Hey y'all, good evening. This is Tonetta, your relationship coach here at Speak Your Truth, where I help educate and inspire you to be who you are and to speak your truth within your relationships. And today we're talking about taking a pause. At some point we have to realize that we definitely have to take a pause. I know a lot of people, of course, a lot of couples, of course, whether you're married or not, of course, at some point you're going to have a disagreement. We all know that, I'm sure. Hopefully you know that. If you just got married, I know some folks think that it's just a fairyland and this kind of thing, and we're never going to argue. At some point you will have an argument, but it does not have to be a big blown out argument where you both are hitting below the belt, disrespecting each other, howling and yelling and cursing, all these things. It does not have to be that way. That's why I'm creating this video, just to let you all know that it's okay to take a pause break. Taking a pause break or just saying, honey, I need just give me a moment. I cannot talk about this right now. Can I regroup? Can I think about things? Can I clear my mind? Can I calm down? And then I'll come back and talk to you later. Sometimes you have to say those things. Sometimes you have to remove yourself from the situation before you get so upset that you say something that you don't mean, or say something sometimes that you do mean, actually, or that it gets physical or anything along those lines. We never want that. Like I said, my main thing because I used to do this in the past, of course, getting all upset, howling and yelling. I'm definitely one of those people who have done that in the past. And that's why I can tell y'all now that I have learned my lesson as far as how to, of course, take my own pause break, how to, of course, let my partner know that I need a break. I cannot talk about this. I'm too upset about it, or this is on my mind. I had a horrible day at work, or whatever it is. I need to take a pause and just relax for a few, and then we can come back and talk about it later. The main thing that I can tell y'all about doing things like that is make sure that you're communicating that to your partner, not just walking out the room and not saying anything and leaving your partner to wonder like what the hell's going on. You let your partner know that you cannot talk about whatever it is at this point, and that you need to, of course, calm down and regroup before y'all can talk about these things, before you start saying stuff that you don't mean to say, cursing, yelling, howling, fighting, hitting below the belt, all those kind of things that we do not want in the relationships. Like I said, that's definitely something that I had to learn, and that's something that I've learned, and of course I'm sharing with you all. And like I said, that's definitely something that we've talked about this past week, actually, in my private group, Speak Your Truth community as well. We just talked about that this week. Like I said, as far as taking a pause break, something that you have to learn to do. No, it's not going to be easy. I had to learn to do that as well. You have to learn to do that as well. It does not mean, of course, just like I said again, walking out the room, not telling your partner anything. It means communicating. What Speak Your Truth is talking about, communication inside the bedroom and outside the bedroom. Outside the bedroom, you have to make sure that your communication is on point majority of the time. If you all want to have some type of cohesive relationship, I guess I put it that way, in a relationship where you all can move forward and work together, work as a team. The teamwork makes the dream work. Like I said, that's what I want to see for you all. Like I said, we definitely have to remember, I know things get heated. I know situations come up where you're like, oh my God, I'm going to get so-and-so, I'm going to tell him or tell her this is going on and they shouldn't do this, they shouldn't do that. Just keep in mind, if you're that kind of partner who is forcing your partner to talk and to speak because you want to get the situation resolved, just keep in mind that that's not going to be a win-win for y'all at all. That may lead to the demise of your relationship. So just keep that in mind. I have seen that happen so many times. Like I said, we definitely have to learn to respect our partner's boundaries. If you are one that's forcing your partner to go ahead and talk about it right now because you won't resolve and you want to get the stuff out on the table and all this kind of stuff, you have to learn how to, especially if you're that partner who is forcing your partner to talk and your partner's telling you, I need a moment, I need a break. You need to learn how to calm yourself down. Like I said, definitely the situation, I'm sure, will get resolved, but you don't have to have it right there in that moment like the whole world is going to blow up because you don't have the answer. That is not the way to go, I guess I put it that way. Especially if you're trying to respect your partner's boundaries and respect your partner as a person, you want to make sure that you're respecting their time, of course, to take a break, and not to, of course, force that upon someone. Like I said, I've been in two relationships actually, where my partner, of course, did not have the patience to wait until I calmed down, of course, and that created a whole nother issue. Me going off, me howling and yelling, we getting into argument about me not being able to take a break and all, just ridiculousness. Like I said, as I think about all those things now, the years have gone by, I think about how foolish I looked, I guess I put it that way. He looked, of course, as well, and how foolish those situations were. And I realize now that those situations did not even have to even escalate to those points where we're howling and yelling, I'm walking out or he's walking out or hitting the wall or whatever's going on. It didn't even have to escalate to that. If we just learn how to give each other a break and give each other a rest, Yes, the situation or whatever the issue or challenge is that y'all are facing, I'm not saying that it's not important, but just keep in mind that if one of you cannot, if both of you together cannot talk about this situation or whatever happened in a calm tone, you're talking, trying to problem solve, trying to get things done, trying to move forward and like I said, resolve this situation. If both of you all cannot do that and be on the same level and not howling and yelling and cursing and trying to outdo the other person or trying to blame the other person or trying to disrespect and hit below the belt the other person, then y'all need to take a break and wait to come back and talk. Like I said, the situation is, I'm sure, not going to magically just disappear. So the main thing is that you take a break to sit down and rest and relax. And if it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour, whatever time it takes, as long as I believe in talking about things that day as much as possible. Whether it's later on that day, even, I guess, before you all go to bed, whatever time it is, just make sure that you all talk about it that day. And like I said, the main thing is relaying to your partner and communicating with your partner that, honey, I cannot talk about this situation. I know that you're upset right now. If you want to say these words, then say these words. Like I said, honey, I cannot talk about this right now. I know you want to get whatever it is out, but I'm upset and I had a bad day at work, honey, and I just can't talk about it right now. I don't want to say something that I regret later. So can you please give me a 10 or 15 minute break or an hour break, or can we just talk about this after dinner or during dinner, whichever one you all want to do. But you all set that time for later on that day to, of course, talk once you have calmed down and cleared your mind, taking your chance to regroup and to process things. Like I said, you definitely need that break, because we don't want folks out here constantly going on and on about whatever's going on, and I'm going to get you this, and you so-and-so, you shouldn't have did this. And give yourself time to calm down so that you both can come back to the situation and come back to the conversation even tempered, as best as you can. I guess I put it that way. Yes, tempers may flare anyway, but just keep in mind that you can always take a short rest break if you need to. Just give me a moment to calm down. That's all you need to say. If that's the only thing that you say, just give me a moment, honey. That's all that I need, so I can calm down and so we can logically talk about this situation. Like I said, there's no need to, because I've been there. Like I said, many arguments and getting flared up over this and that, something that was very small. Me just getting home from work and, oh my God, look at this and this is going on, and all these questions. Give me time to cool down. That's like anybody else. Like I said, I have been there myself. Like I said, that's why I'm able to tell you all how to start correcting and to start challenging and changing your behaviors and your patterns when it comes to your communication with your partner. You do not have to argue and go on and disrespect each other and be mean to each other, be cruel to each other, blame each other and shame each other, any of those things at all. If it takes you just taking a break in order for you to come back and so you all can talk logically and of course quietly about this situation and level-headed and of course come to some problem solve, that's definitely what you need to do. Like I said, take that time and don't be afraid to ask for that time. So I want to say thank you all again for tuning into this video. This video talked about taking a break during an argument if you need, especially if you need to calm down and to regroup, because you don't want to continue on with the argument and then you all just go on up and up and up. Everything's been escalated for no reason. So like I said, definitely make sure that you take that break and let your partner know, honey, I need a moment. Like I said, that's the importance of this video. When we're talking about communicating with our partner and we're getting upset, we're getting offended with something, whatever's going on, we just are being triggered by something that happened or that's going on, we have to take that rest break, y'all. Just keep that in mind. Arguments do not have to be inside of your relationship unless you put them there. I guess I put it that way. The partner I have right now, we have not had an argument in the last 2 years, actually. Well, we've been together for almost 2 years, about like a year and a half, that kind of thing. We sit down, we of course take our breaks. We of course because I'm the one that usually have to wait a minute, let me tell you something, hold on, let me take a break so that I can process and calm down my anger, temper, triggers, whatever it is, and then we'll come on back and talk. Like I said, that's something that I have started doing, and I know that I needed to do, seeing all the other relationships that I had that have failed because of my communication and his communication, that kind of thing. I had to make some changes in my patterns of behavior somewhere so that I can, of course, have more successful communication within my relationships. And this is not just for my romantic relationship. This is actually with all of my relationships. I have started doing these kind of things. Like I said, once you get in the mode to start, of course, correcting your own behavior, making sure that you're stopping yourself if you're the one who needs the break, or if you're the one who is, oh, you need to talk to me right now, that kind of thing. At some point you have to learn how to calm your little self down and wait until that person is able to talk to you, so y'all won't be arguing and fighting and for all this craziness going on. Like I said, you definitely have to do that. So like I said again, I'm Tonetta, your relationship coach here at Speak Your Truth. I hope that you learned something from this video today that you can take back to your own relationship, and of course, like I said, to better communicate with your partner, especially when it comes to, of course, talking about sensitive topics, challenges, issues, problems that you're having, so that you all can get these things out and, of course, move I guess into problem solution mode. Solution mode, and then move on into whatever you are moving into the future. Move past the situation, get things going, and keep on moving and keep on trucking. So, like I said, I want to thank you all for tuning in. If I do want to hear from you all. So if you've experienced this down below and you're looking to, of course, change this pattern of behavior that you have when it comes to, of course, having conversations and that kind of thing, I definitely want to hear about that. So definitely, like I said, comment down below. Talk to me, y'all. I'm definitely here to talk to y'all. And, of course, like I said, get to know y'all, find out what's going on, find out what kind of situations you have, and find out what's triggering y'all with these communication, conversations, and all these kind of things. So definitely comment down below and let me know what's going on, y'all. And, of course, if you know somebody that can, of course, use this particular tip of the day, I guess I can say, definitely make sure that you're sharing this video or tagging them in this post so that they can, of course, see this and listen to this as well. So with that, again, I'm Tonetta, your relationship coach here at Speak Your Truth. At Speak Your Truth, I, of course, help educate and inspire you to be who you are and to speak your truth within your relationships. So with that, I want to say bye-bye, y'all. Take care. And like I said, don't forget to take those pause breaks if you need it when you all are talking about anything that's heated. So with that, take care, y'all.